Hi, kiddos. Sorry I cannot be there with you guys the rest of this week or next week, really, to kind of finish up your wax museum or get you started on the next phase of our project. I know that Miss Ray, or whoever your sub ended up being today, explained to you the plan for getting your wax museums completed and then graded by me. Today in social studies, however, we're going to move forward. So we have been really focusing on the question of like, why do people leave their homes? And now we're transitioning to the question of why do people choose to settle where they do and how they do. And we're going to do a little bit of a simulation kind of activity over the next few days to really start to get you to think about some of the choices that people made as they came to the Americas, really towards the beginning of all that colonizing that you started to research and that you might have read about with your explorers. So the task in front of you today is you are now with a group of like 3 or 4 other people, and you all, like everyone in this classroom, is colonizing the same moon, which basically means that you are going to find your own little piece of the moon, right, theoretically, and that you are going to develop your own little society. So the people that are in your immediate group are in your colony. However, as I mentioned, everyone else in this room is also on the moon. They're just not in your own colony. Now, the paper that you may or may not have in front of you, I cannot quite remember. It looks like this. If you don't have it, you will be getting it soon. But basically, the year is, I'm just kind of reading off the top here, 3060. And essentially, it made space travel a whole lot easier for humans to get to Earth. So now countries are sending from all over the world. It's like a race, just like it was when you were learning about all the European exploration to try to get over to the New World. It's now a race to try to get to the moon and basically claim their own space or your own space. So a select few of you have been chosen by your country to fly to outer space and colonize the moon. You all are going to start by creating a flag. So you're not even going to start with this paper just quite yet. This flag is going to represent your colony. It should be something that is a piece of each of you. So maybe if like one of you's into soccer and then the other one is into like movies, whatever that is, you can kind of use that for your flag. Or if you want to use like the letters of your name, really whatever goes, but it needs to be kind of a symbol of the 3 or 4 of you that will be your representation over the next few days. Miss Ray or your sub, when you get done watching this video, will give you further directions, but that will kind of be the first thing. Once that takes place, right, you're going to come back and you're going to end up working on this and talking through some things here. Again, Miss Ray or your sub will read through it with you. However, the ultimate goal for today is to come up with a name of your colony, and then this right here is the real kicker. So it says your country is currently ruled by a king who will send new shipments of supplies to your colony every 3 months. So the person on planet Earth, there is a king in your country, and he will be sending supplies to you on the moon every 3 months. And while on the moon, your crew must conduct research in new ways to grow plants in space and send them back for any useful resources you find on the moon. So if you find anything good on the moon, you have to send it back to your king and your country because he's really supporting you this entire time. So before you start researching, and what I mean by researching is like quick Googling as to like what's even on the moon, what might you find there, is there like anything that you could be creative and using to make money. But basically you and your fellow crew members are going to decide a system of rules. So before you begin researching, this will probably end up happening on Monday. Today, you are going to be making a set of rules to keep order on the moon. So in the space below, right, this little thing right here by this cute little astronaut, you are describing the leadership and the rules of your colony in a letter to the king. So I should see, dear king, whoever, here's the rules for our colony, and you can write them out. And it's essentially however you want to govern yourselves, you're allowed to do that. Okay, so this is the ultimate task here today, is to get this, figured out, the name of your colony, the flag, and then your rules. Monday, you will start to research as to like how your colony can start to make money and find resources to send back to your king.